in the video there. Let me just move the camera and get sorted. Anyway, we are going to be carrying on where we left off from last week. Now, I've still got a lot of this maple to plane down, all right? It's a bit ongoing now. This has been going on a while, hasn't it? So I got to get it planed down. So let me show you where I'm at. I got a little bit of an ulcer on the side of my tongue if I'm sounding a bit odd. So let me just grab a piece just to show you. I'm going to be yapping at the start of the video, even though no one is on yet. It's just so people actually watching the lives back on the channel, so they got something to watch while they're waiting around. So anyway, we planed all this down last week and we got it down to 35 mil, if I remember right. But there's little areas in here I'm not 100% on, all right? So I'll need to make these smaller because when I actually go and make this board, I'll need to get rid of all these bad bits. So we're going to plane all these down today now to 35 mil. Bear with me, I got a bit of a mouth ulcer on the side of my tongue and it's making me talk a bit odd. So we'll crack on with this video now and get this done today. I only want to do a couple of hours on this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a glue up today, but we are getting close to that. So I just want to crack on with this now today and then see where we're at. But I'm going to get all this down to 35 mil, as I said. This is what we've done on previous videos. Obviously, let me just grab this. We started off with a maple, didn't we? For those of you who's just joined in and don't know what we're doing. I recycled some maple, we planed it down, we got it to this dimension, all right? We then glued 3 pieces together. This is recycled timber, as you can see. You can see all the old nail holes and everything like that. But then I decided I thought, right, I'm going to have to get rid of all of that. So we needed to plane all that down. And then we planed down to this. So this is what we're left with. And we're going to carry on planing this and then we can get this made into a chopping board. And let me just grab another piece to show you. These are the ones I've actually planed down already. All right, they're looking nice. It's going to be a skinny rip of timber there, a thicker one in the middle and a skinny one there. So when we glue all the board together, because these are going to be chopping boards, you're going to see the timbers going in direction like this on the top of the board. So now I'll cut the height of the board. It's going to be about 60, 70 mil. We're going to make a nice beastie board out of that. And I should be able to get 2 or 3 boards then out of all of this timber. But I've got this down to 35 mil. I'm going to get this down to 35 mil today now. And then we'll see where we're at. But like I said, on some of the sides, let me just grab this. What I'm realising, where we got some of the bad bits on this timber, all right? Can you see that? See these? Now, if I'm making an end grain chopping board, which we are doing. Hi, how are you, Eva? Because we're making an end grain chopping board, all right, and we're only going to see the top here, we got some of these bad bits by here. So when we cut the actual height of the boards, I might be hitting some of these. So I'm thinking, do I reduce these a little bit more to avoid that problem? There's going to be a little bit of a problem when we come to make the board. But that's the joys of recycled timber, isn't it? So, we'll just get the plane set up now. All right. We'll get the plane up and running. We'll get it fired up and then... Hi, how are you? Hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining anyway. So, yes. We'll just recap. We are making a maple chopping board. This is part of the process. We're going to be planing it down. For those of you who want to follow this from start to finish every week, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on. Right, nice to meet you, Indonesia. That's absolutely awesome, Eva. Right, thanks for joining in. Yeah, so any of you want to follow these videos from start to finish, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. So you can see and have a notification every week. Thank you for the likes, that is awesome. Right, so we'll just get a plane set up now. All right, and we need to plane this down to 35 mil, like I said. I know I'm yapping away a bit, but there are comments on ya. All right, we'll ignore some of them, mind. So let's just get this fired up now, and then we can go ahead and get this job on the way. But like I said, we are making a maple board. It's going to be an end grain chopping board. So we're going to plane it all down and get it all to the right dimensions today. So that's today's job anyway, everyone. I'm just going to have a sip of my cup of tea. So if anyone need to drop any comments or say anything, say them now so I can get back to you quickly on that. Right, looks like we're quiet, so we'll crack on with this video then. Right, so just get the plane set now. Move these out of the way. Let me just check these. Look, see, these are some of the bad bits that I'm going on about, so we need to get rid of all of this. So that's the plan of action today now. Plane these down and get all that sorted. Right, so here it goes. Let's get these planed now and away to go. Looks like it's a little bit blocked up behind the back here, so I'll go ahead and clean this out. What was that on there then? Let's have a look. What's that? We get 1 lunch per day on the hizzy. I don't know what that means. Right, so this is pretty rammed by here. I'm just going to clean this out quickly, so bear with me, alright? I should have checked it, really, before I started. This is pretty full by now. Now just put this in here. Right, now I just get this set back up and we're ready to go. I should have really checked that because it was fully blocked last week. It made one hell of a mess. So I'm going to send them through nice and quietly today. And then we're going to hopefully not have a load of mess on our hands to deal with. Right, what does that say? I just seen one. Hi, what's that? Hi, I get problem on the string. I don't know what that means. Oh, look at me, cut some wood with my saw, hey? Yes, correct. Thank you, Football for Life, that was brilliant. So, right, yeah, we are going to actually start. Obviously, it was blocked. So, we'll get it fired up now, get these planed down, and then hopefully, I might be able to do a second video later on today where you can actually see this getting glued up. And I can actually cut these so you can actually see what the grain looks like on this timber. It is maple. I'll just show you. I don't know if you can see the grain on there. Sadly, we haven't got a zoom button on these front-facing cameras, have we? I have the same machine. Yeah, it's a good machine, isn't it? I do like it. It planes really well. You don't get a lot of snipe with this machine, as long as you feed it through correctly. So I'm very happy with it. I bet you can't make a cross. I'm not interested in making a cross, to be honest with you. So fire away on the comments. Mine's much appreciated. I will try and answer what you put on there. So here goes. Kenya. So we got some beautiful grain on some of this timber, all right? It is looking absolutely awesome. Let me just show you a piece, all right? I'll show you what it looked like to start with. I'm quite impressed with it. We done a job and we ripped a load of this out, and this is what it was like. It's the maple timber, all right? It's got on there Canada flooring. I don't know if you can see that. A lot of it was water damaged, but a lot of it was still in good condition. So I managed to save a load of it. So what I'm doing now is making these boards, one for me, one for my customer. So we planed all this down, all right? That's what it looked like, just so you know, for those of you who's just joined in, all right, football. Nice of you to be on here as well. Then, what we had then is we had these, because we planed it down to this, all right, just for those of you who's just joined in. This is what we planed the timber down to. So then I decided to glue them together in blocks of 3, because I want to make an end grain chopping board, and I'm going to spin these and glue them all together, so I think that's going to look nice. I then trimmed these off on the rip saw to get some of this bad bit off the side, so I cleared those off with the rip saw. I sent them through the planes then, just to clean them up a bit, and now we're left with this. So now we need to get this down to the right dimensions to obviously make our chopping board. What's that say? Oh, there we are. Right, so anyway, we'll carry on with the video now. You guys are yapping, which is great. Comment away. If you've got any comments, drop them in the comments below. If you want to follow this project from start to finish, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. So every time I'm coming live then, you'll have a notification. You can jump straight on it. So we do have some regulars on here. There's all new people on here today, which is nice. So it's nice to see a load of newbies on here. Hi, how are you, Isaac? I'm sure I've seen you before. So we'll go ahead now and we'll just send these through the plane and we'll just keep on planing away. How are you, furniture? Can you please help me about a chain problem? What chain problem is that? Richard, she does like football. She's only... Oh, there we are. Right, so I'll leave you guys chat to yourselves by there, and we'll crack on with this video. Nice of all of you to join in today. This is awesome. Right, so here goes. Down to 35 mil. That's the plan of action today. So this timber is looking absolutely beautiful. I am loving it. It is nice, this maple. It's the first time I've used maple, mind, in my career, what I do normally on a daily basis, but it's nice. It's a lovely timber. Got a nice smell to it as well. I do like a bit of maple. Very light. A lot of different colours going on here. You can see lots of nice grains and patterns and everything on the maple. It is very, very nice. And I can't wait to see these cut now through the end grain so we can actually see what it's going to look like from above. So we're going to carry on with this now. We're just going to drop the plane. It's just going to be down, down, down until we get to about 35 mil today. So that's the plan. So if you want to follow this video, like I said, from start to finish every single week on the live, don't forget to like and subscribe it as well, so you can be following the video from start to finish. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then you can carry on with this project from start to finish. So that's the plan. Hi, how are you? So yes, I will try and get back to everyone's comments on here, and I will try and say hi to everyone, just so everyone is happy. So there we go, that's the plan. We're going to carry on planing these down now. We've just lowered the planer. We'll go ahead and send these back through. We'll have a look what sort of timber and grain is going to show off these ones. But that's the beauty of woodworking. You never know what you got, especially when you're planing something down that looks like this. Now all that looks like is just a piece of wood with a bit of varnish on it, yeah? Obviously once sent through the planes, that's the sort of timber you're left with. So it's nice. It's a nice surprise. I do enjoy it myself. I hope you're going to enjoy it. So yeah. Yes, football, yes. We have got a few on here. We're not doing too bad today. It is nice. It's nice to see everyone joining in. So yeah. Like I said, don't forget, like and subscribe if you want to follow this from start to finish. So let me move my cup of tea out of the way. I do yap on a bit too much, mine. Thank you, football. Thank you, football. That's absolutely great of you. Anyway, what's your name, football? Check it on by there now. Let's have a look. And where you from as well, football? Hi, how are you? Right, anyone? That is awesome. Awesome. Everyone drop in the comments where you're all from. We've got quite a few people from all over the world on this live today. Kenya, brilliant. We love that. We have people from USA on here. Morocco is regulars as well. We got quite a few regulars on this channel now. It jumps on the lives. They seem to like the lives. So right, we'll just carry on with this now and get these planed down. Yes, I'm from the UK as well. That is absolutely awesome. United States. See, we've got loads on here today, all from all over the world. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? That is absolutely brilliant. All right, you live in the UK, do you, football? Right, there we go then. That explains a bit more of it. Right, so we're going to carry on with this now, everyone. Thanks for dropping the comments on there. And we'll go ahead now and just take another little skim off this timber, and we'll see what we're left with there then. That one. That one. Hi, how are you? Nice for you to join in as well. Yeah, football, we do have an average of 200 viewers on average on this channel, which is not too bad. The lives do all right, to be honest with you. So an average weekend live, you do get about 200 of you in here, which is absolutely awesome. We got loads of new people on here today, so don't forget to say where you're all from, because we love all that. Good morning, nice to see you all as well. So yeah, keep it all going. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this and see this job from start to finish. Like we all said, thank you for the loves. That is absolutely awesome. But I just need to go to the back of this plane now because I think we are slightly blocked. And this is the sort of timber we're getting out of the back end. Look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. This is maple wood, for those of you who don't know what it is. Took me a while to find out what it was. Mine when we ripped the floor. Yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe. That's what we love to do. So I'm just going to clean the back of this quickly. It does tend to block up this planer at the back because I've got this reducer on here. So I'm just going to clean this out because what happened last week is I was planing, it was firing out there. I couldn't see in front of me. So it's no good for the health, all the dust. You've got to make sure you're cleaning everything up and keeping everything clear. So you don't want to go breathing that in. Someone did mention on earlier, they said they had the same planer, didn't they? And what I find with this, if I use this attachment, look, I bought this online. See, it just connects to the back of here, and then your hose can connect to the back of there. We're not having a lot of dust in here, as you can see. Yeah, thanks for hitting the love button. That is absolutely awesome. I'm not very good at doing love arts. Mine, it is a bit hard for me. But yeah, we had a lot of sawdust firing out the year last week, and I had a mountain of sawdust to get rid of. So I'm going to keep an eye on it today. If it blocks up, you're going to see me clear out the back of there just to make sure we haven't got a room full of dust. So if we got a room full of dust, obviously you guys can't see me either, can you? Right, so we're going to carry on now, and we're going to plane the rest of these down, and we're going to see what timbers we are left with. All right, and don't forget, like I said, like and subscribe if you want to follow this from start to finish. Right, so here goes. Let's plane this one and see what this one looks like. Hi. All right, football, I'll see you on the next slide. Right, so we're getting in now. He's making Burger King nuggets. Yes, I am. And now, if you want to know how to make Burger King nuggets, all right, please like and subscribe because you will find out at the end of this video, all right, just so you know. So if you want to know how to make Burger King chicken nuggets, I will show you by the end of this video, okay? Right, so we're plating these down nice now. They're coming along. Obviously, it's a lot of work. So we just got to keep plating away at these, taking a mill off at a time until we get to the right size. And don't forget now, DC said on there on the comments, we are making Burger King nuggets later. So stay tuned to find out what they're going to look like. Hi, Jeffrey from Canada. Absolutely brilliant. Nice of you to join in as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this job from start to finish. I know I do say it regular on you for those of you that's actually watching, but you are going to miss out if you don't like and subscribe, aren't you? So don't forget, hit the love button as well. It all helps the channel, it helps things grow, and it also helps YouTube decide who watches this content. So thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the like and subscribe. That is absolutely awesome. I'll just have a little sip of my tea by here now, and we'll just drop the plane down a little bit and take off another millimeter, all right? So stay tuned. Here it goes. I can't remember if I dropped it down, so I'll send the test piece through quickly, just in case we're going to be taking off too much. Now, what I find planing maple, let me just show you. I've got a massive bag of sawdust under here. This is the sort of sawdust that comes off maple when you're planing it, all right? It absolutely makes a mess, and it does like to jam the planers up. So it's a bit of a nightmare to deal with. All right, so I've got a big bag under there I've been putting it in. But maple does compost. So if a lot of you are doing any woodwork in the house, all right, let me just show you. There's a big bag of sawdust under here. Can you see that? There's loads of sawdust under there, all right? So what I've been doing with all this sawdust I'm collecting, for those of you who don't know what to do, you can compost it, see? All right, so I had to collect all of this. I had to put it on my compost. I'll cut the grass, and then I'll put the grass on top of the maple dust. And all of that then will just compost, and then you can spread it all over your garden, which is great. Hello, hello, nice to see you all joining in. Right, so we're going to carry on with this now. We drop the plane and we're going to send these pieces through. Don't forget. How are you, Danny? Nice to see you as well. There's quite a few on here today, Danny. There's loads going on today. But you're probably going to say hi. Yes. How are you? How are you? Right. Lovely. So let's just carry on. I like that bad wood. Fill it with two. Yes, Danny, I have been thinking what to do. All right. I have been thinking what to do because we have got some bad bits. Let me just show you, Danny. This is where we got on it. All right. I got the timber by here. All right. Now I planed the timber down to 35 mil. All right. So we got 35 mil in all directions on that timber. But we have got some of these where I've still got some bits by here. Now we are making an end grain board, all right? And I am going to see a couple of these. Say I'm cutting the height of the board, I might have a piece of this showing. So I am going to put some epoxy, or I might just reduce these a little bit more. I might go down to 30 mil, maybe something around there. So I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So yeah, that's the joys of recycling timber, Danny, as you all know. and everyone else watching this channel at the moment. We're just trying to get some decent material off this timber. That's all we're trying to do. So that's the aim of the game today. All I'm trying to do is get a bit of decent material off this. So we're going to carry on with the video now. Don't forget, those of you who haven't followed this from start to finish, Football is back in the room. He's been, Denny, say hello to Football. He's a lovely guy. All right, you'll get to know him quite well on here now because Football's the main man on the comments today so far. And Denny's another one. We got loads commenting on ya. Obviously, we got people from all over the world, which is great on ya. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead now and plane this maple. We've got some beautiful looking pieces here so far, but sadly we're not going to see a lot of that when we glue it up, are we? Let me just move that back to the bottom of the comment so I can see for myself. We'll just carry on with this video for everyone. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this from start to finish. Football's come back on here because he wants to see what the timber's looking like as well. So anyway, let's just carry on now and do a little bit more planing, is it? Let's have a look what we get. Beautiful, Danny, beautiful, lovely timber then. I'm going to leave at 12:05. What's the time now? You've got about 6 minutes then, Football. Right. So Denny is right. This timber is absolutely beautiful to plane. It looks absolutely perfect. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it leaves no markings whatsoever. Obviously, you get different colours of it. There's the different colouring on the sides, just for those of you who jump on here. There's a ball game on, is this? So we're not going to have many people watching this video if you're all watching the football then, am I? But there we go. Look at that timber there. I'm going to eat after I finish eating. I'm going to come back. That's fine, Football. It's up to you. If you're busy, you're busy, buddy. Not a problem. So, yeah, that's the timber where we're at so far. It is looking absolutely beautiful. But like we've all been saying on here, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this from start to finish. Now, Danny will tell you, this has been going on for weeks now. Sometimes you might not see me on here, but when I do come on here, we've still got a load of planing to do. But I do try and get through some of it. We're going to do a couple of lives. I'm hoping to do a glue up live later on as well, if any of you are interested in that. But you're not going to know anything about it if you don't like and subscribe to the channel. So if you'd like to see something like that, you've got to like and subscribe, obviously, to be notified when I come back on. All right, I'll see you on the next live Football. So we'll just drop the plane now. And we'll take another couple of mil off this. I think it's just a mil drop at a time I've been doing. So we will go ahead and plane these then. But thanks for everyone who's joining in on this live. This has been an absolutely great one so far. So we will carry on with this now. And we'll carry on planing this timber. You know what, Danny? I had to stop the playing of them because you are correct. Hit the like button, it is free. That's the best comment I've heard in about a year, I would say. Hi, how are you? Football, he's coming back after he finishes eating, so hope the live doesn't finish after you eat. It all depends how quick you eat, but I think you've got about another half hour on you as well, football. So it'd be nice to see you back on, yeah? And you've obviously said you've liked and subscribed, which is awesome. But like Danny just said, hit the like button, it is free. Now, that'd be absolutely great of you. And don't forget now, all right, you've got to like and subscribe, because if you don't like and subscribe, you're going to miss everything else I do next week. So, right, let's just carry on with this video now, and we will see where we're at with these. I'll see you in a bit, football. I'm just eating Cheerio. Drag it out. Hi, how are you? I do try and say hi to everyone. Danny knows this, so I do try and get back to everyone's comments as well. So we've got some beautiful timber coming out here. Like Danny said, we have been playing in this for months now. It's been going on a long time, haven't it? But we are getting through it. We are going to get it down today. So yeah, nice of you for everyone that's jumping in on this live. I'm not ending it, so don't worry about that. But if you want to see this job from start to finish, don't forget to like and subscribe. I keep repeating myself. Maybe it should be something I can put on the screen by you to remind you, because that'd be great, wouldn't it, if we could do that? But I'll have to have a look into that. Anyway, let's just carry on with this video now, and we'll see what the rest of this timber is going to look like. Looks like I need to clean the back out again. There we go. We got some lovely grain. There's a slight little bit of ripping by there, but who cares about that, because we're going to be taking more of this timber off, aren't we? Right, so let me just clear out the back of this machine, because she does like to block, as everyone knows who watches this channel. So we'll just clear this out quickly for you now. Yes, it is blocked. I'll just tip this into my bag under here. And once I've emptied that, we're good to go. I'll just clean this out quickly. Give me 2 secs. It loves to block up this. Can be a bit of a pain, but we'll just go ahead with it, because last week, I'm telling you, I was leaving it all fire out of the front end and I couldn't see in front of me last week. So we're going to make sure we're clean today, and we're going to make sure everyone can actually see on these camera lenses, right? I like it when maple is plain, the grain, it gets a shine to it. Yes, let me just grab a piece to show you, Danny. Well, obviously you know, because you plane it yourself, don't you? But any piece will do. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to show everyone else who's watching. My planer clogs too. It's a right nightmare, innit, Danny? And when it starts clogging, as we all know, it's firing out of this back end by here. So, well, that's the front end, obviously, isn't it? But all of it shoots out the here. It makes a hell of a mess, and we're breathing the dust in. So I'm trying not to breathe it in, because obviously I haven't got the window open in this room because it's quite windy today. So yeah, the timber has got a nice sheen to it. Don't know if you can see it in the video there. Hang on, I got my dog barking a sec. What's he barking out there for? He's probably barking for me, but he'll be fine. He's been on his walkies. Right, so yes, that's the timber. I'm going off the subject now, so we'll get back to what we're doing. And we'll go ahead now and drop down another millimetre. All right, and then we'll see what we can get out of that. But we'll just carry on. Sean, who are you asking where we're from? I'm from South Wales in the UK, so you might be from the UK yourself. Obviously, we've had people from all over the world on here today. Let me not knock our button. And I'm serious now. We've had people from all over the world. So if any of you are on here, scroll back. Hi, how are you, Cindy? Anyone on here, scroll back through the comments. We know Diet, Pennsylvania. See, USA, California. Absolutely awesome. We got people from Ethiopia on here, I think it is. There's all sorts on here today. There we are, South Africa, absolutely amazing. Love from Australia, absolutely brilliant. For those of you who's just joined, mind if you want to follow a chopping board on these lives from start to finish, don't forget to like and subscribe, because you will be notified when we go live again. California, absolutely awesome. So this live must be going out over to America then. There's a lot of Americans on here today. That's absolutely brilliant, because sometimes they don't go out, and I don't get that. But obviously today it's doing his job. Deaf scrolling. Yeah, you're going to be there for a while. There have been quite a few comments. Hi, how are you? I know, Danny is very busy on you today with the comments, isn't it? It is quite flat out. Fair play, it's nice to see it, mine. But yeah, thank you for everyone commenting on you as well. I do try and get back to everyone. So yeah, for those who have just joined, we are trying to plane down some timber to make a maple cutting board or chopping board, whatever you want to call it. It is going to be an end grain board. We're not going to be seeing a lot of this lovely grain that I'm showing you on here. But looking at the end grain, what I can see, what you probably can't see, there is loads of swirling going on in there. So I think it is going to look absolutely stunning. But I've got to get the timber down ready to do that stage of the job. So if I can get this down today, I might be jumping on later this evening and doing a glue up video for you to watch. Let me just drop that down, because I haven't got the comments thing on there. And we'll carry on with the video. Right, so I'm just going to drop the planer down now. I can't remember if I did or not. If I have, I'm going to be taking off a little bit too much material on this part. But we'll go ahead and drop it. And we'll crack on and see what timber we're going to get off this. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this from start to finish. You'll be notified when I come live again on the next video, alright? So here goes. We're going to plane these now. I think I might have dropped the plane slightly too much there, but we'll go ahead and push them through. Oh, you finished your food, football? It looks like football's back, everyone. Nice to see you back in the room. I wish I had a plane and nearly impossible to make boards on the table so, but it is possible. Yes, it is a lot more awkward. I'm not, this is what I do on the weekend. I'd like to say, Sean, and this is my hobby as well. This channel is my hobby. Obviously, my main business, what I do, is completely different to this, but I do a lot of this included with my business as well. Balls on the table, yes, Luke. What are we? Can't see any. I don't know what you're saying about that. I'm trying to look. I don't know what it is. What are you making? Football. We are making a chopping board, but it's going to be an end grain board. So I'm planing these down square. We're going to glue them together like so, all the way across. Then we're going to rip them down on the saws, spin them around, and then re-glue them again. So you're going to have an end grain chopping board. So it's a lot of planing, it's a lot of mess. Look at the size of this bag I've got under here. I've been trying to compost all of this. I don't know if you can see this tidy because I got a load of comments in the way. That is a massive bag of sawdust just for the sake of recycling some of this timber. So I've got a lot of that to get rid of, all right, which I'll be composting over the year. Good day, nice to see you. So we'll go ahead now and plane these down, and we'll see what timber we're going to be left with by the end of the day. But anyway, thanks for everyone who's joining in on this live. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow this job from start to finish. So here goes. That's the one we're looking for, one of them ones. I know, that's insane, football. I will tell you now, there are loads on this room today, all right? It's been on here for a while now. Now, people do get bored, they jump off. You've even gone and had your food, football, and you've still come back. I wonder how your Cheerios were anyway, because I do like a bowl of Cheerios, and I haven't had a bowl of them in years. Bran flakes I normally have. But yeah, we've had loads in this room today. Loads staying tuned and loads following this video. Loads liking the video, which I do appreciate. But don't forget, I do say it, like and subscribe if you want to follow these videos from start to finish. Now we're going to be doing a load jumped off. But yeah, we got loads on there today. The comments have been flat out. I can't keep up with them, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how others manage it with all of these comments, but it is absolutely awesome of loads of you commenting on ya. So what I'm going to do now is just drop the plane. I'm going to do another couple of passes because I'm going to be having my food very shortly. Thank you, Denny. Yes, I'm sure. I will tell you now, Mind Football. I'm sure Denny's been following me for about a year, I'd say. He might have even been a little bit longer. But you've been on here about a year now, Denny, haven't you? We got loads of regulars as pop on, but we haven't had the only regular person that's been on here today, I think, is Denny, to be honest with you. But yeah, and it'd be nice if you can keep coming back as well, football. Hit the like button. It is free. Thank you for saying that. It's absolutely awesome. And like and subscribe as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I had a little over a year, is it, Danny? And you normally jump on my live videos, see? So everyone's got the sort of videos they like to watch. Danny loves the lives. He jumps on the lives. They're normally on the weekend. We're not on every weekend. Sometimes I do Saturdays. Sometimes I do Sundays. But you will get notified if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And that's what it's all about. So we'll carry on now and do another pass on this plane now. I can't remember if I put it down or not because I do yap a bit. But thank you very much for everyone who's joining in on this. And we're going to do another little pass on the plane. So here goes. Hi. That's all right, football. I'll see you on the next one. Hi. See, we've got a load coming out of the front end here on the mess, and what happens is it fills the room and we start breathing in this dust. So I'm just going to clean this back end out as we normally do. What's that say? I'm here. Football is still here. Hello, everyone. How are you? All right, you finished your food, football. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm going to be having my food shortly, everyone, I think. Let me just pop that aside by there. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to end this live because I'm feeling a little bit peckish, everyone. And everyone like and subscribe because I am going to be jumping back on in about an hour. I'll come back on. If those of you are about in an hour or you're sitting down or you've got nothing better to do, please jump on the live and join in. That'd be absolutely awesome. And I'll see you guys and girls and everyone who's following this channel at the moment on the next video. So I'll see you in about an hour, I'd imagine, all right? Ta-ra, everyone.